Our emotions not only impact ourselves, they impact our bodies. So by understanding and clearing all the different flavors of your experiences, you will not only feel lighter, brighter, and more aware, but you will also be preventing generational patterns from passing down the line to your children and to your children's children. You will also begin to feel and understand love like you have never loved before. To love with a clean, fresh heart, wide open, no chinks left, just pure, clean love coming out of you, along with the wisdom that perhaps you have not gained from each of those experiences. All experiences, good and bad, contain hidden gems of wisdom. If at the time you had an upset or a seemingly bad experience and you cried deeply all the way to the bottom of the hurt, or you traveled the full depth and breadth in your heart of all that you felt, you will have come out of the other side of that experience lighter, brighter, and with an increase in awareness. With this lighter perspective and the lessons learned, you continue at a higher frequency, thankful for the lessons and the gold that you got from that experience. You will know when you are freed, when you look back on any one experience without any residual pain, blame, or low tones inside you. If there is that, no problem, go to a greater depth and free out the rest of it. By clearing some of your backlog, you will feel lighter and perhaps start discovering how life actually works, with magic happening all the time, synchronicities, the right people you meet at the right moments in time. This is actually happening both in the positive and the negative, except people don't usually want to see the negative. They only want to have the positive experiences. So seemingly random people or things fall into your path who are very much in alignment with where you are at. This is because life is based on frequencies. It's not just our behavior life listens to, it's what's felt underneath. So, for example, many people have a drive towards having lots of money. You can manufacture the thoughts or create positive affirmations in your brain, but what life is actually listening to is the frequency coming out of you. So if you have the feeling of scarcity or fear of not having enough, or present time anxieties about when your next bill is going to come through, then that is the feeling that's actually coming out of you in present time. So no matter how many books you read, how many courses that you do, or how many positive affirmations you have in your brain, it won't change. You'll just get the same results over and over again. So how do you change the frequency? You travel and understand what is actually there in your heart, which is the feelings of anxiety. You would master the feelings of fear by traveling the whole of it. Inspect the beliefs you have around money or those you've heard from your family. After those tones have been felt and understood and cleared, you will be in a higher state of consciousness, a new frequency. Now, you can create from here, and you keep generating those new feelings of abundance and embody those tones if that's what you choose, until you become so natural and normal within inside yourself to have that feeling of abundance, which, by the way, will be really easy without the fear, the anxiety, and the other tones that you've got in there. It takes conscious decision and action to be there for yourself, in aligning with what you actually want daily. It takes zero effort to be in your emotional shit, which is an unconscious autopilot state of being. If you are doubting yourself right now with what I'm saying, then you would travel the feeling of doubt without buying it as real. Doubt, fear, anxiety is in you, but it is not who you are as a being. Life listens to the frequency you amplify, reflecting it back to you always. So you be the change first inside, and your reality will gradually or very quickly follow suit. In your key relationships, you can choose to stop having the same reactions to the same situations which you are ultimately creating, because you are doing the same thing over and over again, behaviorally and energetically, from the backlogged reactions you actually have within you. This is true across all areas of life. So choose to be awake in what you feel with your reactions. Travel them on the spot. What do you want for yourself? Love, peace, freedom. Then clear everything in you that is not love, peace, and freedom. My simple guiding post is this. Any low tone in yourself is a feeling that you can travel and understand. And then it's done, gone, poof. We all have light and darkness within inside us. We all have the same golden lessons. And it is part of our life purpose to understand all that is not love and all that is. And you are the very best person to listen to your heart because it is you that is inside your body. It is you that notices when your heart is heavy. It is you that notices when your brain is going crazy. And this gift will help you come back to being in charge of you and your brain. When you become proficient in this, your heart space will become cleaner and clearer. And your ability to notice and feel what is in your surrounding environment, in your home, when you visit your family or participate in groups, when you go into different suburbs, different countries, all of these things your heart will notice, given that you are literally a walking radio antenna. So with a clearer heart, and if you would like, you can notice the tones in these locations and let the feeling of it come all the way through you without resistance. You can melt it. We're going to learn how to do this in a step-by-step in a couple of minutes. Now, why would you want to choose to melt it? Well, we wear what we do not understand. This is happening all the time. Say, for example, in a relationship partner, your partner comes home, they're fully stressed, they've had a bad day, they walk into the house, everyone can feel when that arrives. And if you genuinely felt the exact feeling of your partner when he came in or she came in, and you let that feeling come through you, it'll actually melt in them. Now, when you don't, and you leave it thick in the space of your home, it affects everybody. All of you will have noticed this. And then you go to sleep. But within that first hour, you will then actually become grumpy, anxious, and annoyed, just like your partner was. Why is this so? Well, because you're now wearing what you did not understand in the felt sense. So master this gift for yourself and for them, and learn how to melt it when they come. And then it's done in 3 minutes instead of a whole night of stress, anxiety, and grumpiness. There are many, many layers of unfelt feelings in every single human, with many golden lessons waiting for you to awaken to. I'm a holistic counselor of 25 years, and my observation is people's biggest hotspot is family. Family backlog, family history, all uncleared. It's not people's lack of willingness or a desire to have love for them. The love is actually always there, but rather people haven't learned to do it differently. They haven't tidied up their own history. So when you go towards your family, and they all individually and collectively have controls, behaviors, and tones, suppressed communication with one another, and you notice this on top of an already backlogged heart of your own, you will just simply go into reaction again. This happens for most even before you even get to the event. So this ability enables you to clear your own backlog, and then with a cleaner heart, be way less reactive, to become more present, freer to be you when you are actually there with your family. And also to notice other tones you perhaps weren't aware of beforehand, and you can travel them on the spot or later that night. Our heart is very kind like that. It records everything, and you can rewind and replay that night when you're by yourself, recall the exact tone and zoom through it in a nanosecond. And then next time you see your family, you won't even notice that tone anymore. Why? Because it's gone. You've understood it. The lessons were for you in the first place, and have been for each of us all the way along. Your family will only reflect the controls and the behaviors you still have inside you. Traveling the tone is pure understanding. So when you understand something, it is no longer a problem, right? Not in this life or any other life in the future. I'll say that again. When you let the feeling come through you, you will never ever be at effect of that same feeling or tone ever again. For those of you who have the empathic ability turned up a little bit louder than others, and perhaps feel a little bit burdened with not just your own tones and feelings, but every single person that you come in contact with, well, my friends, what I'm teaching you here is next level. It is the missing piece of your next evolution. Embrace and master by traveling each feeling or tone in you, and you won't absorb others with the same tone. Others are simply highlighting to you something that you have not traveled and understood inside yourself. This is true for every human. Each of us has to do our own work, our own tidy ups, aiming for pure love towards the person or the experience. When you have resistance towards something, it simply stays in your field waiting for you to understand it. So when we avoid a person for the behavior or we go into judgment of them, life will just line up another person with that exact same tone or behavior. Why does this happen? Well, because it is our lesson in the first place. This is a silent gift with very exciting results. It is you creating change, not just in your internal environment and surrounding environments, but it is a gift that changes global consciousness one ripple at a time. So when you're learning to do this, be patient and kind towards yourself and the people you love. And know you can have all the things you desire. It's just you haven't learned how to clear the backlog and present time reactions, and therefore your frequency is low and heavy, which is the very thing life is listening to. So you get you back. You learn you. You understand you in all of your spectacular depths. And through that, your frequency becomes lighter extraordinarily. This is home state for every single one of us. You will love more than you will have ever loved before. And you will also have the ability to understand others from your own confront, not from the brain looking out at the world through your own filters, but genuinely from the heart.